Hey guys, I'm Allison, I'm the Pampered Wife. Today I'm doing my what I wore this week, which I usually post on Wednesdays, but today or this week's gonna be a little late. I have been wearing a lot of Saie beauty products this week, so I'm gonna do a review of the Saie products first, and then I'll go over everything else I've been wearing. That way, if you're interested in seeing how I felt about Saie, how it wore, how, what the products look like and all that, you can just watch that portion of the video. It will be time stamped, and then I'll do everything else. I do have 6 products from Saie plus one brush. So let's go ahead and jump in, and I have footage of me applying all of these things. So I'll just talk while you watch me apply it. Part of the reason I decided to go ahead and do Saie right now is because we're heading into spring. Saie is one of those brands, well, first of all, it's available at Sephora. It's all clean. All the ingredients that could be organic are ingredients. Saie is available at Sephora. It is clean at Sephora. I actually really do find it clean. All of the ingredients that can be organic are. Everything is cruelty-free and fragrance-free, although one of them does have a scent. I love the scent, but it is fragrance-free. Saie also is interested in doing for the environment, and each product I'll just mention to you about the packaging and how it's recyclable and that kind of thing. Saie is certified as being climate neutral. Also, 1% of their profits go to 1% for the planet, which goes to cleaning up our oceans. So I'm sure you could look on their website to see more about that. Let's go ahead and start with the Saie Sunvisor. This is described as your serum, oil, moisturizer, and sunscreen all in one. It is UVA and UVB protection with an SPF of 35. It's 15% zinc oxide. This one is also gluten-free. It's described as silky and lightweight, absorbing easily and leaving a super dewy sheen. I agree with these claims. I love this product. It absolutely is lightweight while being moisturizing. I love using this. Like in the mornings, I get up, I rinse my face with water most days, and then I go in with this while my skin is still damp. I go in with this, I put it all over my face, including my eyelids, under my eyes. It is so comfortable, and it really does absorb easily, and you can see it leaves a super dewy sheen. Now, as time goes on, it will dry down some and it will be less dewy, but it is, as I stutter, it is a dewy finish. It is sheer on me. I can't imagine it leaves a white cast on anyone, but it might. So let us know in the comments if you've tried this and it left a white cast on you. There is a tip on the website from Saie that says to rub the product between your fingers for 10 seconds or longer to make it even more transparent. So you could certainly try that if you do see that it leaves some kind of white cast. And also just about the packaging, unfortunately, pumps are not recyclable at this time, but the tube itself is recyclable. So when you're finished, just remove the top and the pump and rinse it out. The tube is actually made from 100% sugarcane bioresin. So that's super cool, I think. Next, I just show footage of me after I've put on foundation over the sunscreen. It makes any foundation dewier than it typically is. Just know that. The foundation I went in with on this particular day was 100% Pure's cream foundation in the shade Peach Bisque. And actually, this is what I wore all week. This has no scent. I think it's on its way out. I'll just swatch it for you real quick, just so you can see it does not typically have a sheen to it. It's not matte, it's more of a skin-like finish. But you can see in the clip that my face was quite dewy. I also had on some concealer, which was, has a skin-like finish as well. Even though I'm not typically a fan of such dewy of such dewy skin, I love this. I absolutely love this product. Sunvisor is one of my all-time favorite sunscreens. I don't know how they get such a beautiful formula using 15% zinc oxide, but it really is gorgeous. I love the texture and it wears beautifully underneath. Well, all of the products I've tried on top of it so far, I've tried 3 different foundations on top of it so far, and I've never had a problem with pilling or anything, any issues. So also let us know in the comments if you've had pilling or any issues. Yes, their other one is called Slip Tint, the one that's tinted and comes in different shades. I've done a video on that. I will link it up above. Also include a link to it in the description box. But I prefer the Sunvisor, which is their clear or translucent shade, to their, I don't know which name I said, but I prefer this one to the tinted version that they have. Most of it has to do with texture. I just like this texture better. Next, I'm going in with the Sun Melt. This is described as a lightweight, creamy balm bronzer. It comes in 4 shades. I have the shade Light Bronze, and before I get into any of the product, the jar itself is made of 50% post-consumer recycled plastic, and you can also recycle the jar. Just make sure to clean it out. This is so easy to blend. It melts right into my skin, leaves a velvety finish. It's not super dewy or shiny. There's no sheen in this one. There's no sparkle is what I mean. There isn't extra iridescence or radiance. They do recommend, when I say they, I mean Saie Beauty recommends using a brush to apply this, and I have to agree. In the video, I'm using a dense brush, short hair dense brush. It's just a Real Techniques brush, very inexpensive, and it does a beautiful job buffing it in, tapping and then buffing it in, put it in the usual places wherever the sun would hit, on my cheeks and up on my forehead, a little bit down my neck, and then I'm just showing you the finish of how it looks on my skin. I think it's very natural looking and it really blends right in. I see why this was so many people's favorite. So I finally tried it and I'm thrilled that I have. I love it. Okay, next I'm going in with the Dew Blush. I have the shade Dreamy. I believe the packaging is glass, which is obviously recyclable. You know, make sure to rinse it. It has a chunky, fat doe foot applicator, which is really fun. This is super pigmented. I like to put it on the back of my hand, take my brush and really spread it evenly around the bristles so I get even coverage, and then tap it onto my face. It will fade over time, but it's easy to go overboard, so just note that. Sometimes I dab it right onto my face, and that works out nicely too. It does have a bit of a sheen. It's a water-based gel, and so it's thick. It's not thick. It's very thin and comfortable. It does dry down. It doesn't leave any stickiness or anything. It's not streaky or patchy. Did I say that it comes in 4 shades? Yeah, I went with a pretty bold color, but I've really been enjoying it. I said that the packaging was made of glass, but it's actually made of 40% post-consumer recycled plastic. In any event, no matter what it is, rinse it out and it can be recycled. I do also use this product on my lips. You know, just because something is labeled as a blush or lipstick or whatever it might be, typically they're really multi-use unless they have a lot of fragrance in them or something. This product I do put right on my lips. I don't usually go in and touch the applicator to my lips like I did in this video. I can't believe I did that because I wouldn't want to contaminate it, but I did. And you can see it's a beautiful shade. It is actually creamy and comfortable on the lips, which is surprising to me. It's not really moisturizing. I wouldn't say it's like a liquid balm or anything, but it is surprisingly comfortable and it wears nicely. You would expect with that color that it would really stain the lips. It does just a little bit. It really does not leave a lot of stain on my lips. Take that for what it's worth. Next, I'm going in with the Airset Radiant Loose Setting Powder. This one comes in 3 shades. The container is made of 35% post-consumer recycled plastic. It's described as a powder to set, smooth, and diffuse using patented aerated cream technology, which provides a natural velvety finish. It does have a squalane in it, which is an oil to moisturize the skin and plump the skin and smooth the skin. It contains ethically sourced mica for luminosity. I'm also using their brush, which I adore. The handle is chunky, really comfortable to hold. The tip has a domed tip, so it's real easy to apply only where you want it, or you can diffuse it more with the rounded side. It does leave my makeup feeling set. Like when I touch my face, any tackiness does feel gone, but I don't notice so much of a velvety finish, which they claim it to have. I feel like it's more of a glowy finish. It is supposed to blur and remove shine, and I feel that it might do some blurring. It might tone down the shine a teeny bit. So while it looks nice under the eyes, doesn't crease or do anything funny, it's not my favorite for under my eyes, or at least the top of my cheekbone just below my eyes, because I like to get rid of the shine right there. I just don't like to be shiny right there, but it is very comfortable, very nice to wear. It's fun to use. I love the closing sifting top. It's great for travel in that way, and it looks beautiful all over the face, and it wears really well too throughout the day. So this is another product that I love. It's my favorite setting product for my face, but like I said, not under my eyes, right here. All right, next I go in with the Saie Brow Butter. This one comes in 3 shades plus clear, so like for light, medium, and dark brows, plus 1 clear. The container is made of 40% post-consumer recycled plastic. This one is also gluten-free. All of them, like I said, are cruelty-free and fragrance-free, but this one and the SPF are gluten-free. This is an oil-based liquid pomade with a buttery texture, and it has plant fibers in it. So the idea is it would build up the brow as well as add shine and hold. It has the teeniest little spoolie, and I feel like it just gets the teeniest amount of product on your brows. If you have fine brows, or maybe not many brows, or you really want more of a natural look, I think this product is lovely. It does hold nicely for a while. Your brows are not gonna feel crunchy. I don't notice a shine. They claim that it adds shine and makes your brows look healthy, builds volume for feathery brows. I don't know about all that, but it's nice. I had really seen mixed reviews on this product, and I like it much better than I thought I would. I know actually that I wouldn't repurchase it because I just prefer something that adds more pigment. If I want to really look like something other than completely natural and unmade up, that I need to use a pencil underneath. And I just like my brow gels, if they're tinted, to add the pigment to my brows as well as hold in place. So that's my critique of this one. And then finally, we are getting to the Glowy Supergel. And this one, the full size at least, is a glass bottle with an airless pouch. So the glass can obviously be recycled, and the airless pouch is inside. You remove that and unfortunately have to throw that away, or you can send it to TerraCycle or drop it off at TerraCycle. I believe Nordstrom has TerraCycle, as well as Credo Beauty, and most clean beauty stores. Costbar has its own version of TerraCycle, I found out recently when I was in there. But this is described as the glowiest, lightest weight luminizer that feels like nothing, looks like everything. This one is also gluten-free and vegan. So since the other products didn't say they were vegan, I'm assuming they're not. It does come in 2 shades, I have the shade Star Glow. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It provides the prettiest iridescence. You need the littlest amount. It really is a gel-like texture, even though it's water-based. You can wear it under your makeup. You can wear it over your makeup as a highlighter. Sometimes I put it on the center of my eyes. I think it's a beautiful product. I have a, I guess, travel size or mini version. I can't imagine having a full size unless you are going to use it as a primer under your makeup. But just keep in mind, this is water-based, so it's not going to play nicely with all foundations. Any oil-based foundation, it's not going to play nicely with. It will probably work okay on top of that foundation, but also it may not. Just keep that in mind about this product. I haven't had any issues with it. I've used it on top of everything, the different foundations I've worn. I'm loving it. But like I said, I just don't see how I would possibly go through a full bottle. This is fragrance free, but it does have a scent, and I know it has papaya seed extract oil or papaya seed oil, and it also has rosehip oil in it. That must be what I smell. I love the smell, and I just think it's a beautiful product. So in sum, I have loved all the Saie products I've tried, except for the brow butter. I have not tried their mascara, and I have not tried their lip glosses. Those will be in my future, but I just have so many mascaras right now and even backups that I want to get to and through. I even love their brush. I think this is a great brush. It's very user-friendly, even, you know, for beginners or anyone. And I love that it's chunky in the hand and it looks nice because it's shiny. I like that I can stand it up on my counter. You know, just little things like that. I do think the line's packaging is cohesive. I do appreciate this top being different from this one, so I know this is my bronzer and this is my powder, so it makes sense to me. You know I have a thing about that if you've ever watched me. So my total take on Saie is the products are beautiful. They've all worn and blended and applied beautifully for me. I've enjoyed every one of them except the brow butter. I do think it has its place and its clientele. This is all for a more natural look. All the products are, even though the blush is really pigmented, it still shears out nicely. And so again, gives you more of a natural flush of color. I do have all the products on my face right now, including the brow gel. It's held beautifully. I think my brows look really nice. You're just never gonna get the drama. So let's move on to the rest of my makeup. Today I do have on a different foundation from the 100% Pure Cream foundation that I was wearing in that video because I think it's gone bad. It's only supposed to be good for 6 months, and I have held on to that far longer than I should. I absolutely love it. I'm not sure the price point, so I'll have to look to compare it to Westman Atelier, but I prefer it to the Westman Atelier foundation. That's a whole other story, but I have loved that 100% pure foundation, and I would recommend that one. I put on quite a bit in the video. You don't have to put on that much. It has a beautiful skin-like finish, and if you have dry skin, it's especially nice because it's a cream and it does have some emollients to it. It's not sticky or tacky though, and I really enjoy that one. You know what? My lips are feeling dry. First, let's do lips. This week I've been wearing the Fitglow lip liner in the shade Buff. And I love this, the way the Fitglow lip liners are set up. This end with the silver ring has a brush so you can diffuse the lip liner on your lips or just spread it all over and then put a gloss on top of it. And then, oh, I should have sharpened this. This other side is the pencil. I'm just gonna apply this. I feel like this shade is so close to my natural lip color that you really can hardly see it. Also, it's creamy enough that as long as my lips aren't completely dried out, I can just rub my lips together like that and it goes, you know, spreads nicely. I don't even need to use this brush on this end. And now one of the lip glosses I've been wearing this week is the Fitglow Lip Serum in the shade Gleam, and it's a teeny tiny cutie pie. It's a real sheer shade with just a little bit of pink and maybe gold flecks in it. I feel like it's sort of peachy even though it's also pink, but I love that it's so sheer and it's moussey and comfortable on the lips. I've just really come around to Fitglow lip serums lately. I've been using the PYT Beauty Upcycle eyeshadow palette in Rowdy Rose Nude. Comes with a lot of shades, 2, 4, 6, 12 shades. I don't typically like such a large palette. I'm never gonna use all the shades. I mean, definitely not in one look, and oftentimes there are shades in a larger palette that I'm just never gonna use anyway, so I feel like it's wasteful. First, let's talk about the packaging. It's all plastic. PYT rebranded recently, and they're supposed to be more environmentally friendly. I think the upcycled means that it's made from post-consumer recycled plastic. Sorry, I'm looking to see if it says anything. Okay, it was made with 15% recycled plastic, pre-degraded plastic, which improves recycling and lowers carbon footprint. It is itself recyclable. You just punch a safety pin or something through these little holes to pop out the pans and stick the whole thing then in the recycling bin. I thought I bought a different palette than this. This one, I'll just tell you flat out, I have not liked this. It is going away as soon as I'm finished, which saddens me because the PYT No BS palette that I had before was it was probably my favorite eyeshadow palette. It addressed every need. I absolutely loved it. Let's go ahead and get it on my eyes. Let's start with this one right here, and I will swatch it for you. They don't have names that I can see. So there it is. I like the shade well enough. It does have a little bit of kick up fallout. Even though it specifically says this clean eyeshadow palette has 12 pigmented day to night shades that glide easily onto the skin without messy fallout. Well, there definitely is fallout here, and I'm going to tap off my brush. I don't know if you saw any fallout there, but there definitely was. So I'm just gonna put this in the crease. Now, part of why I'm not liking this palette is because of the shades, like I mentioned. Every shade just looks like pink when I put it on, or it pulls too warm, too orangey, too of that warm brown, the orangey brown, and I don't like that on me. It wasn't what I was expecting, and like I said, I bought the wrong palette, and I get that, but every shade turns into pink on me. I mean, it's just crazy. So let's go in now with this one. And I'll put that all over my lid. Oof, there was a lot of fallout on that one. And if you're not picking it up, they're not pigmented. And I actually did put an eye primer on before I started this video. I didn't wear it every day of the week. So, oh, so much fallout. So I didn't feel, that I needed to show it because I haven't truly tested this one out. It's a new one, the eye primer. But, I mean, these just aren't very pigmented, and they have turned into watercolors, which is a beautiful look if that's something you want. But I went in with the deepest shade and one of the lightest shades, and there just isn't much contrast there. I guess I'll go in with this one and put it near the outer edge of my eye. I mean, are you seeing that? Like, if you didn't know, would you even know that I just did that? It just feels like a waste of time. I just feel like I should take a pink, slather it over most of my eye, and call it a day. All right, but I'm not done. I'm not done talking about why I hate this palette. And yes, hate is a strong word. They aren't very pigmented, which, if we're gonna turn that into a positive, means they're very user-friendly. You're not gonna look clownish because you're not gonna put too much on your face, which is why I say this is probably a great palette for a new makeup user, especially if I had a teenage girl who wanted to play with makeup and wear makeup to school every day. This would be good. It's clean, it's available at so many places, including Target, and she's, gonna have a hard time clowning herself up. Okay, now let's talk about the other reason. The shimmers or sparkles are terrible. So this one right here, I wore one day, and let me just show you. Using your finger is usually how you get the best pigment and sheen of a shimmer product. It's a brownish orange on me. Like, it looked terrible on my eyes. And it's not like really shiny. I mean, it's sparkly, but it's not really metallic or full-on glitter like I expected it to be. And then this shade on the middle finger here is really a gold. That one's okay. It sort of has some pink in it in the reflectiveness. And then finally this one is really the only option I'm left with. It's so pink. Let's see if I can get my hand so you can see how pink that is. This one is the one I just applied. It's so pink. So we'll go ahead and put on the only one that I feel like I can wear. I don't feel like it does brightening. I feel like it makes me look like I've been crying because it's so pink. Yeah, I just think it looks worse. Typically, I want something to do some brightening. None of these can go in the inner corner of my eye for that extra pop. And it just isn't really all that shiny, sparkly, metallic. The only thing I can even almost use as an inner corner is this one right here, which is like a white. This one, sorry if I didn't show you. It's more of a pinkish white. It's a cream. I'll go ahead and pop that on my inner corner. It diffuses a little. Like, it does do some brightening. That's just not, you know, what I'm really looking for. So enough about that. Let's go into mascara. I've been using the Jones Road mascara. It's just called, I believe it's called, yes, the mascara. I recently did a Jones Road makeup review with a lot of their products, or her products. It's Bobbi Brown's brand. So I will link that up above and in the description box as well. But here is this one. It only comes in black as far as I know. It has a rounded wand, which I'm not crazy about. I just find them to be messy. The formula, however, is nice. It's neither thick nor thin. It's pretty easy to apply to get, oh, I thought I just got it on my eyebrow, to get what I would consider an everyday look. Like, that's one quick coat, 2 coats. But it does wear really nicely. I have no flakes at the end of the day. It doesn't smudge. It's not at all waterproof, so I wouldn't say it's not like it doesn't budge, but it does wear really nicely. And Bobbi Brown claims it's easy to remove, and I haven't worn conventional mascara in at least 10 years. So compared to clean mascaras that I've worn, I wouldn't say it's easy to remove. I mean, it's not especially hard, but it's not especially easy. So it is a good one. This is the finished look. I think my opinions are pretty obvious, but to sum up, I think if you're interested in anything from Saie Beauty, try it. You most likely won't be disappointed. If there's one product out of everything I tried that I would leave out, that's the brow gel, their brow butter, but I love their sunscreen. I love their bronzer. I could see getting a deeper shade when summer rolls around. Oh, I love their highlighter. And I've really enjoyed the blush. I would say the blush also maybe is more teetering. It's not as much of a favorite just because there are so many great blushes out there. But I do also love the powder. It's a beautiful finish. I think it's great for aging skin because it's blurring and leaves some dewiness and isn't matte, so it doesn't accentuate wrinkles. So yes, that's my opinion on Saie. I really like the Fitglow lip pencil. It's super comfortable and creamy. It's not actually the creamiest, but it's creamy enough that it's really comfortable. I'm loving the lip serum, just especially during winter when my lips are so dried out. It's cushiony and moisturizing and wears a decent amount of time, and I've really come around to them. The eyeshadow, I think you know, I felt some animosity towards this palette this week. Oh, the last thing that I didn't say earlier that I don't like about it, I can't use any one of these as an eyeliner. They are all too pale and or too pink for me to use as a liner. And the mascara, the Jones Road mascara, is perfectly nice. It wears well. It looks nice. It does nothing amazing, but sometimes that's exactly what you're looking for. So if you're interested, give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions. If you've had different experiences with these products, please let us know in the comment section. I'd love it if you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and as always, I hope you find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.